Yeah, so my name is Charles Reed. I'm the Regional Director for OneLogin here in the UK and Benelux. The company is founded on the idea of providing our customers with a single sign-on and identity access management solution, predominantly aimed at cloud applications, although we also look after on-premise or what we call legacy applications as well. Yeah, so identity as a service is the idea of moving what is traditionally an on-premise directory environment, so you as a user sitting in a server or some sort of database behind the firewall, and moving that out into the cloud. So being hosted by us in our own data center environments, and then brokering that identity into other cloud services. So typical examples would be something like Office 365 from Microsoft, or Google Apps, or even things like Facebook for work, and service desk platforms like Zendesk or BMC or whatever. So there's all sorts of different areas that we can help companies when moving to cloud-based identity access management. Traditionally, some of the easiest or most cost-effective areas of savings is around removing the passwords that are involved in typical login processes to cloud services, and replacing them with secure standards, the most common one being something like SAML, which is widely adopted amongst the industry, and actually uses certificates and tokens to do the authentication. So for customers, removing those passwords means that they're less easy to hack, the company is more secure in the way they access it, and from the user's perspective, now I don't have to remember 15 or 20 different passwords, come up with very secure credentials. All I have is a single password, which is normally the one I log into my computer with, and now I can get access to everything I need. So more secure for the company, easier to administer from an administration perspective inside the IT department, and just more efficient from a day-to-day user sort of productivity perspective as well. So yeah, absolutely changing. In fact, I think just being here today at this show is really evidence of how the perception of cloud has changed dramatically. So 4 or 5 years ago, there was still a lot of mistrust, and the idea that we as a company could always do it more secure inside our own offices and our own environments than anybody outside would be able to do. But now, I think the realization has come that cloud security vendors or cloud infrastructure vendors like Amazon Web Services, like Microsoft, like Rackspace, it's their business every day. And if they get it wrong, they're going to be out of business very quickly. Now we see a lot of companies realizing that they could never really achieve the same levels of standards, the same technology upgrades, and the same skills and expertise than a company whose whole business is built around delivering that kind of service. So I think the two biggest trends we're seeing right now is mobility and cloud-based directories. So in the mobility space, we've done very well in the traditional browser space. So when you use a laptop or a desktop, that whole kind of browser experience has been secured for many years. What we're struggling with, or what the industry is struggling with now, is how do we do that on mobile devices, and specifically mobile apps. So there's a whole bunch of new standards that OneLogin are backing. One of the biggest ones is something called NAPS, which is built around another standard in the industry called OpenID, which helps us deliver that same level of security and authentication on a mobile device, on a mobile app, that we would have done previously in the browser. So that's the first one. The second one is companies now trying to move away from having any directory behind the firewall and doing everything purely in a cloud-based directory model. So there's some pioneers in this space like Google, Microsoft, and here at OneLogin we're also seeing a lot of cloud adoption. Good examples are younger companies that are coming to market now saying, I don't want to buy any servers, I don't want to have any data centers inside my business, I want to do everything in the cloud, including my directory. OneLogin is a great platform for that, either way integrating with other vendors or using us as a standalone cloud directory as well.